Hi, introduce yourselves.
Sorry, that's
Names. That doesn't need to be very
I'm Tim Exile.
details.
DJ Shiftee.
Jeremy Ellis.
Mr. Jimmy.
Jamie Lidell.
How did it come to forming Mostly Robots?
We were sort of put together by the company Native Instruments that makes software and hardware for DJ and production. They sort of wanted to make a super band, kind of like the Avengers of music for their products, and so they sort of made it happen. Then we all got in a room together, and we made some music.
Yeah, I mean, we all just got in a room together. Some people put us together and paid for us to all be there, which is really great. And then magic happened, and
We've
I
been
think
solving musical crimes ever since.
that's great.
Solving and perpetrating musical crimes.
But you actually had only 6 days to rehearse. Is that true? Did any of you, except the two of you, play together before?
These guys, kind of, yeah. Sorry.
We played together once. We did like a jam session together in LA. It's like we had a day to practice and we did a 15-minute set. So that's it.
Yeah. No, we didn't know. We had like 45 minutes to practice.
It wasn't like these like Jamie and Jimmy like play together like all the time. Yeah.
How easy or hard it was for you to make it work with so many options and possibilities that you have with that many machines and that much software?
I think that ended up being the easy part. I mean, I think we kind of all, as they say, we went fishing. It's like, let's see what we can catch. And once we got in that room, it was just like everybody knew that they were going to have to play less. And so the less and less everybody played, the more and more things we kind of, it's like, oh, okay. And then it just worked. I mean, that's the magic. I mean, you know.
We did have a lot of technical troubles along the way. And like a lot of the time of the 6 days, we probably spent 2 days just working out the tech, at least.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you think there's only 4 days to make music. That's crazy, really. But the thing is, everyone here is really, like, knowledgeable, and all the team from Native are here. So, like, we have questions, we make changes, and, we made all of our setups work just in the nick of time.
Yeah, but
just in time to bust
But like when we were in Nashville, Shiftee made Jamie's setup.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like Jamie was like, okay, well, I got this microphone, and he was trying to do it one way, and that way that he was trying to do it just was lame and just wasn't working, and it was like, oh, this should be able to do that, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, Shiftee was like, oh, well, you could do that with Tractor, you could blah blah blah.
See, that's where the superpowers is. When like two superheroes kind of help each other out. There's the guy with the long arms, and then then the fast guy runs under. It's like that. I couldn't use my superpowers without Sam. I'm not saying he's got long arms or anything weird like that, but he has got superpowers, and that's how it goes. We share, we became friends, and there's a lot of mention in England. We don't have it. You guys had some kind of summer camps.
Yeah,
where people make friends.
It's like this idea that's like a marching band, like horn band, and you play at halftime of football games, and at the end of the summer, football season's in the fall, like right when you go back to school, and so the couple weeks before school gets back in session, everybody they get together for 2 weeks, and you learn basically a set of music, 20 minutes of music, and marching, moving around, and then there's visual people like flag wavers that have a routine.
I can see the analogy. It is quite like that.
It's really exactly like that, and
the moves are just freestyle. We don't have any. We need to dance.
Well, the visuals are
they're dancing for us.
Yeah. I mean, the visuals is the flag core as it is, and and so it's like, you do this for 2 weeks, and then at the end of it, you finally have a performance in front of people at band camp, and it's like really intense, and you have handlers that are telling you, okay, we got to practice right now. All right, you guys got to get down here, and it's tough. It's like, all right, we need to go to bed. We got to wake up early in the morning. We got to have band camp. But through all that, in the analogy, it's like school's been out, and you haven't been with your friends for a couple of months, and then everybody gets back together, and it's like at the end you have this real mountaintop experience where you've just had this like real experience with people, and you're like, it ends, and you're like, wow, man, that was awesome. But luckily with Bandcamp, then you have a whole football season, and so like, you know, this is kind of Sonar was like the end of Bandcamp, and we just like, you know, we put our routine, our set, and now the fall's about to begin, I guess.
Will you be my pen pal? Yes. Okay. Thank you.
If one of you would be a conductor of this band or an orchestra or however, Jimmy.
Musical director of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that Jimmy was the guy who was waving his hands and yelling the most, which is appropriate when music is really loud. You need someone to just type of thing, you know. That's
flanking the side.
Yeah. And so just you need to call out the parts here and there. And we had there were forms to things, but you know that you're going to have a time to be free, you know, and then there's a time to come back home again.
Right. So you actually chose a conductor without even voting or calculating who's the nerdiest one, who's the loudest one.
It's like the whole thing just kind of emerged. It's just like we got together in a room. We sort of locked in a certain way, like in a natural way. The music kind of locked together in a natural way. It's just sort of happened.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to eat the microphone, but it is delicious. I think I'm interested. Yeah, at the end that'll be my treat. Yeah, gazpacho's real good, man. Yeah, we in this villa we were in, we had like chefs and they made gazpacho, and I had like 8 bowls of gazpacho, and then they just told me there was vodka in the gazpacho the whole time. I was having it for breakfast.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's vodka in it. Yeah, well, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay. What I'm interested in see is like we spent all this time doing like technical. A lot of the time is spent doing technical stuff and finding our roles. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. That what we do next, like the next time we get in a room and we have to sort of work from scratch again, where these roles are more clearly defined and we sort of have more of a sense of our style. I think that's going to be. It's gonna go, whoosh, or maybe not. You know, you never know. Maybe it'll go, whoosh, and then we fight each other and like, you know, behind the music. Yeah.
on Twitter.
It's over on Twitter. at my girlfriend.
Fuck Jeremy Ellis live. Hashtag, I know that's right.
Were you scared? Were you afraid before the gig?
Yes. I mean, I think everybody on paper, it's like, what the fuck is this gonna be, man? I mean, I know I did, and I mean, granted, like, I think everybody kind of did the homework that they could do to try to make it good, but it's like, on paper, it's like, it seems like a nerdy, stupid thing to do. It seems like the most uncool possible things. Like, okay, well, this software band is gonna put together all these virtuosos together, and we're gonna make music together. But it's like, but I think at least when we got to Nashville, all that got left at the door once everybody started hanging out, and then and now we're making real good sex jams that'll make all the ladies just swoon, and all the fellas like want to get with whoever they need to get with, and like.
All right, so it's all about sex in the end, right? Could you define the music that you made?
It's kind of live mixtape. A live mixtape.
Yeah.
Sex tape.
We got a sweet house. We got a sweet house set coming.
I've actually heard that you were on the edge of becoming a sweet house band. Is that true?
Well, I mean, we're all badasses. I mean, like, there's no denying. Like, we'll do if we think that a gig needs to be in the future needs to be some sort of insane dubstep situation. We can do that, and we will do that, and we will kill it harder than anybody's killed it before. At least, I mean, that is what we will try to do. Yeah,
that's the spirit.
Yeah. And so, like, I mean, we have, when we were in Nashville, we for, I don't know, it seems like a couple hours we played house music, and it was just like, all right, let's play every song that kind of goes over this. All right, let's play every song that goes over this, and it, I don't know, it's slinky. It's it's a thing.
All right, so it sounds like you're gonna do this again, yeah?
Yeah. Well, Yeah, I mean, however we can, we're going to try and work it out, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of, this is as Jamie says, it's a decadent project. I'll take Jamie's answer right now.
Well, it's decadent because none of us could afford it, without Native. And we definitely wouldn't have been able to afford to have the visuals on top of this, to hire an entire visual team. Not just one guy, but a whole team of people, let alone to hire a villa in an exotic location, have it catered, All of these things, that's starting to look like the word decadent to me, but in the best possible way. Mm-hmm. Some decadent things are just, ugly, and some of them lead to good art, and I think that was always our focus, to try and do something that we're proud of. Because on top of it, our reputation's on the line. We don't want to go out looking whack, so we've got to do something that we can say, oh man, we did something, we're proud of it, and we really did that, so whether it's decadent or not,
and I think
it was decadent, but it led to something good. So
and furthermore, I think most of us are not ego freaks in a way that we would necessarily. I mean, we allow ourselves certain decadences, but maybe we deserve a little bit of decadence. I mean, we have worked hard for a lot of years.
6 days.
No, but for all our lives. For all our lives. This is not 6 days. I mean, it's like, I've been playing piano for 25 years. Yeah, it works in 6 days because me and Jeremy have been playing piano for over 20 years, because Tim's been programming his ass off for 10 years. Jamie's been doing the same. Shifty's Shiftee is a world champion DMC 2007, man.
And 9.
And 9. 2 times world champion, man. There's no joke, And that's the thing.
So you deserve it.
I mean, no, we don't deserve it, but we should allow ourselves to think that maybe we deserve it a little bit. But that's good, because we're humble, and that's why it works. That's another.
Is this the reason why most of the electronic or underground acts stay solo or duo? Because it's so expensive and
It is literally why I became a solo artist in many ways. And part of it's because I'm a control freak, as I'm sure many of us are. And you just want music to stop and start here, and you want to speed up here, and you want to change the music at this part. And that's easy to do that, But, I mean, it's quite simple to do the math. And if a promoter only has $2,000 to pay because he has a small club, in some city, and then he has to fly you, and then he has to fly your partner, and then the fee gets split between 2 people, it's very easy to go home with $350, and then you have to feed maybe your family that week. That's just not going to be doable. You know what I mean?
I mean, the thing is also, each of us are, maybe you don't see something like this a lot, because like the way we each handle the equipment and work with the equipment, it's really more just like a normal kind of instrument. Like, we're more like instrumentalists than maybe like electronic musicians. Our tools are electronic, but I think that's one of the things that for me is special about the group, is the fact that everyone has mastery over their tools and can play it like an instrument, which I don't think is a very common thing, and that's sort of something you need to work in this kind of situation here.
I lost the flow. Never mind. Any special message?
To the people of the world?
To the people of the world, yeah.
Man, I got a special message from the people of the world. Dream. Create. Love your neighbor. And just to have a good time, man. That's it. There it is. Mantra.
Well, I don't think anything more needs to be said. Quite right. Keep on dreaming.
Yeah. Keep on dreaming and creating, and
keep on dreaming.
Yeah.
And if life ends up decadent, then just try and enjoy it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because decadence comes to those who, I don't know.
Well, I think to
those who dream.
Yeah, to those who dream. Yeah, decadence comes. And it's famine or feast. And next week, I'll be eating the cheapest food there ever has been. I'll be broke again next week. It's cool.
Enjoy the moment as well as dreams.
Yeah, be here. Be here now.
Be here now. Enjoy the dream. No, live the dream. Decadence comes to those who dream. Think of some more. Other side of the room.
I would definitely recommend that you just be awesome. Start off awesome, end awesome, be awesome in the middle, and then in between those sections, continue your awesomeness.
Tip your bartenders.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
I have nothing to say. I'm really tired, and I was out late last night. And
Brave strong.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you very much.